Nice to hear you again. How are you?
Fine.
Yes?
I'm pretty fine.
I cannot hear you clearly. Can you try to put your headphones, please? Can you put your headphones?
Okay. Hello.
Hello. It's okay now. It's okay, but it's like a little bit noisy from your background.
Just air conditioner.
Okay,
Okay.
and can you please tell me what did you do today? What did you do today?
This morning, my family cleaned the house, and then we have lunch, and we take a nap. To right now.
Okay, very nice. And tomorrow, do you have any plans for tomorrow? What will you do tomorrow?
Tomorrow, my school will have New Year party too. So tomorrow, I have to come to there and play with my friends.
Okay, okay. And are you preparing for the TAT festival?
Yeah. Of course, it's almost 10.
Okay, and what will you do? What do you usually do on TAT festival? Okay, when you are with your parents, with your family. So can you please tell me what do you usually do on a TAT festival?
My whole family usually our go to grandparents' home and visit them, and I think we will stay there around 3 or 4 days.
3 or 4 days. Okay, and yes, that is quite good. Okay, and can you please tell me? Okay, what are your customs? What do you usually do on TAT festival? What is something that you usually do on a TAT festival? Can you?
I usually find some neighbor kids or cousin and play with them.
Okay, but no. I'm asking you, what do you usually do with your family? Can you please tell me something about customs that your family is doing on a TED festival? Okay, what is something that you can do on a TED festival with your family? How do you prepare? What do you do? Can you please tell me these things?
We just prepare some gift and present to our grandparents. Just we didn't wear some custom because it's really hot and annoying for some reason.
Okay, and yes, this is something that can be okay. Sometimes can be annoying. Okay, and what would you like for the next year? What is something that you would like to get for the next year from your family, from your father, from your mother? So, do you have any specific gifts that you would like to get from your parents?
Nope, every year we will have. I will have New Year money, and that is what I want.
And what would you like to buy with this money?
Used to buy some new clothes, new coat or jacket. Or if I don't need it, I will put it in my safe.
Okay. Okay, very nice. Now we will start from here. We have here a really nice lesson. Okay, just one moment. Okay, okay, I will share my screen. Okay, now can you please tell me, can you see my screen?
Okay, I see it right.
Okay, so we have here number 1, match the definitions with the types of home below.
Oh,
okay.
we already do that.
Yes, but I want to review. I want to do one more time. Okay, now can you please read number? I just want to review because I want to continue after this. Okay, to do the whole lesson one more time. Okay, can you please read number 1?
One, a set room, usually on the floor, often in a tower block.
So
thatched cottage.
Okay. Just one moment. Okay, but this is a terraced house. Okay, cottage is usually in the forest or when you go camping, not camping like traditional way, it's in the forest, in the mountain. So we have here a set of rooms usually on the floor, often in a tower block. Okay. Hello?
Yeah, I said okay.
I couldn't hear because maybe connection. Okay, now number 2. What is number 2?
House which shares one wall with another to form a pair of houses. This is it's looked like bungalow.
No, it's semi detached house. Okay, Sammy, you share something. Okay, Sammy, detached house. Then you share something. Okay.
Okay.
Now, number 1. Can you please read number 1?
Number 3. It's
Number 3. Sorry. Number 3.
A house without stairs, which is on one level, flat.
Flat. Okay. Number 4.
Small old house with a roof made of straw. This is bungalow.
Okay. Number 5.
A house in a line of similar houses. Thatched cottage. Only have that left. And a very large house is mansion.
Mansion. Okay, so can you please tell me where would you like to live? Of these places that we mentioned here, where would you like to live? Where would you like to live?
I rather live in a bungalow because it's a bungalow have another hut too, so I can meet them easily. And the bungalow decoration was great, so I choose bungalow.
Okay, and which one you don't like it? Of these that we mentioned here, which one you don't like it? Can you please tell me?
Well, I like all of these, but they have a weakness and passive. So, well, I like all of these, but it's like it's have the best house.
Okay. Okay, very nice. And can you describe, for example, your home now? Where do you live? Can you tell me something more about your home? Can you try to describe your home?
Almost apartment, so it's different of these. My home is apartment. We have one sleeping room, one living room, and one kitchen room. And the living room was pretty large, and we have TV in there and some furniture. And do you know like a water machine?
Okay, and of this, which of these rooms is your favorite? Which of these rooms do you like the most?
Like living room more because we have wait, I forgot this sentence. Wait. Uh, it's hammock. We have hammock in living room too, and when you lie in the hammock, it's really satisfying. So that is why I like living room.
Very nice. Now let's go with okay. So so we can skip it. I just want to hear what you think about this. Now let's take a look. We have just one moment. Okay, we will go this exam skills trainer. Okay, now in multiple choice tasks, at least one of the incorrect options is usually almost correct. Now, Read the strategy below. Okay, now can you please read this part of the text? Just 1 moment. This part, read it. Stefan bent down to pick up the fork.
Right.
Can you please read this part of the text?
Stephen bent down to pick up the fork, and when he stood up, he banged his head on the edge of the cupboard. It was not a light tap, but a powerful blow that nearly knocked him back down onto the floor. Just managing to stay upright, he held his head with both hands and let out a shout. It wasn't pain. He felt so much a surprise and even more anger with himself. When would he learn to be more careful?
Okay, so the blow to Stefan's head. Okay, so which one is correct? A, B, C, or D? What do you think? Which
I,
one?
I knocked him down.
Knock him down. Okay. Now, number 2.
Different feel as a result of the blow. Um, it on a text it said uh, it was it wasn't pain. It felt so much surprise and more anger. So it's like embarrassment.
Embarrassment. Okay, so what would you do, for example, if you're Stefan? What is something that you would do in this situation that is mentioned here? What would you do?
So if I in that situation, I would like him because it's really embarrassing.
Embarrassing. Okay, and what is something that happened to you? Did you ever felt, for example, that you are embarrassed about something that happened to you that you felt embarrassed?
Plus, well, I once walked and I accidentally fall down because the floor was too wet, and it's don't it doesn't really pain or hurt, but it's embarrassing. For example, like that.
Okay, very nice. Okay, now let's have a look. Okay, and we have here reread the text. Okay, circle the correct answers. Now, can you please read this text?
All right. The pen line way is 469-kilometer walking path which runs from the Peak District in Derbyshire to just inside the Scottish border. Other trails go further, but it is known as the most challenging. This is because of the nature of the landscape, which is hilly, rocky, and often very muddy. Some people see his trails as an opportunity to take a pleasant day hike on a small section of the route. But 18 years old David Lemming saw it as a challenge. I had come across a great account of hiking the whole trail written a few years ago. I was determined to do it myself. A friend was going with me, but he changed his mind, so I promised my parents I'll check in daily on my mobile. And I'd also post pictures on my social media page. I didn't feel anxious. I, I was just excited to get going. Things went perfectly for the first week. David made good progress and was really enjoying the experience. Since many people use the trail, he was constantly meeting fellow hikers, so he never felt isolated. But Then it got really stormy. He says, so a lot of people gave up. I could go for hours without seeing anyone at all. But as long as I had my mobile, I wasn't really worried about anything bad happening. Unfortunately, something bad did happen. During the particularly heavy rainstorm, David slipped in the mud, went off the edge of the trail and fell off 10 meters down the hill. I realized I did.
Okay, so and how about you? We have here, okay, something that is challenging. Okay, so what is something that is challenging for you? Can you please tell me?
Example like heck, I'm pretty scared of hiking too, and it's still my challenge to a challenge.
Okay, and why?
Well, for some people who like to who like some strong hiking or strong sport like um, hiking or climbing up the wall and falling free down. It was really strong sport, and I kind of like that, but I don't really like hiking, so it's my challenge. It's a challenge.
Okay, so this is something that can be challenging for you. Okay, and how about other activities? Okay, so we have here going on a mountain. Okay, can you please tell me how? Can you please tell me? Do you like to go on a mountain?
Not really, but that's belong to my mood. But if I have, but like if I like it, I would climb to the mountain. But if I'm too lazy or scared, I would not climb to the mountain.
Okay. Now let's continue here. Okay, can you please read this part?
It broke in my arm immediately, but I knew my location and thought I could still call for help. Then I found that my mobile phone had fallen out of my pocket, and when I tried to get up to look for it, I couldn't stand up at all. My leg was injured too, and all I could do was to shout for help. I yelled until my throat was sore. It says, and nothing happened. But then I saw ahead at the top of the hill, someone had hurt me. A man came down, saw the state I was in, and called for help. And really, that was the most amazing part of the whole experience. At the hospital, even the doctor was impressed at how much of the trail I covered. I felt really proud. Will he try to walk the trail again? Absolutely. He says it's a fantastic place and nothing can keep me away.
Okay, nothing can keep me away. Okay, and I want to ask you, okay, did you ever had a situation like this in your life? That you need to do something, for example, that it is okay, that is challenging for you. What is the greatest challenge that you ever had? Challenge that you need to do something that okay, so we have here, okay, this boy, he has this challenge. Okay, so what is the most what is something that is the most challenging for you so far?
Well, it was, once I go to the beach and it was really storm. My parent has warned me to stay away, but I was pretty small and I'm really curious, and I my cousin with me go to the beach during storm, and it was really not it's really dangerous and storm a lot, and the beach like pull me down too far away from the land. So I was pretty scared, but I I, I still strong enough get up and well for.
Okay, and how about your friends? Did they have ever had a challenge like this? Okay, for example, your friend that they used to do something that is challenging. Did you ever heard the story that something happened to your friend? Can you please tell me something more about this?
Well, I don't really know because I didn't ask them about their most challenge. The most challenge.
And what is the most challenging for you that you would like to do, for example, in the future? Do you have something that you think that can be challenging for you in the future?
No, it's too far away, so I didn't think of that situation. It's too far away.
Okay, now let's see. Okay, we have here this. We need to decide. Okay, we have answers A, B, C, or D. Can you please read this sentence number 1?
All right. The penny way is the longest trail in prison.
Okay, number 2.
To where did David get of the idea of hiking the trail? From I think it's from being challenged by a friend.
Okay, so okay, it will be challenged by a friend. Okay, number 3.
How did David get help after his accident? Call for help on the phone. I is absolutely wrong. Both I passed her by. No, he called out until someone hurt him. This is true because it's C.
Okay, and what would you do in this situation? Can you please tell me? What would you do?
You can only call for help because you lost your mobile phone and you got nothing on you to make a signal a help signal. So you can only shout, yell out loud, and call for help.
Okay, now let's take a look. Okay, next one. Can you please read the next one? Next question.
What is the best title for this article? Not a foolish inventor. How mobile phone? It's not be literacy, but knowledge, fear, and Tracy on C too. Because David doesn't regret what he has done. He really proud. So C is the best answer.
Okay, and we have here, what is the best title for the article? Okay, so how would you call something that happens to you? For example, what answer, for example, would you give about something that happened to you? Okay, how would you call your story? Okay, did you ever think that you can name your story about something?
Story, well.
If you're writing your story, so how would you call your story? What would you say about your story? So what would be the name of your story? Okay, so imagine it.
I know. I'm trying to thinking. Well, it's the curious during storm. I think it's a bit boring, but that is what I can
think about. Okay, now we have here. Okay, and what is the most interesting story that happened that you heard? Okay, you can, for example, use something that you heard from your friends, from your family members. So what is the most interesting story that you heard from your friends or your family?
Well, my parent Leslie, they don't even tell me about some dangerous adventurous sport, so it's no.
Okay, now not dangerous situation, interesting stories. What is something that is interesting that you heard from your parents or your friends? Okay, you can, for example, something that was, wow, this is amazing, interesting, fun. Did you ever heard something like this from your friends or your family members?
Oh yeah. Well, my parents said it's around many weeks ago. Well, there's a boy who accidentally fall down to thir- uh, 32 meters.
Wow.
Yes, and people tried to save him, and they heard that the boy inside of the tunnel scream a lot. But after 3 days, the boy was dead, and their parents was really sad and in depression.
Okay,
Well,
in the
and I don't really know why did the boy falling down, because they have warning and have a large board say keep out, and the boy still running to and walk around and look and falling down.
and fall down and fall down. Okay, and how about interesting stories? Did you ever heard something that could be interesting? Uh, okay, something that is okay, funny. Okay, this is something that is, let's say, this is something that is can be bad. So what is the interesting story that you heard about?
Interesting story.
Something that is interesting, fun.
Mm, it's hard to remember all of them.
Okay, and something funny and interesting that happens to you, for example, in your school.
Oh yeah, well, I with my friends go to the second floor, and we and I try to lift him up, and the principal see us, and then we got yell a lot. He yelled me a lot, but it's
Okay.
not really matter. He just yelled.
Okay, now let's see here. Okay, we have here these exams. Okay, now let's try just one more. Computing. I can talk about computers and communication technology. So can you please tell me, for example, what do you think about computer technology? What is your opinion about computer technology? Yes, what do you think about computers? Okay, so what is your opinion about computers, having a computer? What is and technology? Can you please tell me? So what do you think about this topic? About technology generally speaking. So what do you think about this?
Our future, and some out 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 to working out. I mean out to working robot, and it help people a lot. Like, do do you heard that in the UK they almost create a robot, a lawyer robot.
Mm-hmm. No. Can you tell me more details about this? What
Well,
happened?
it was the morning when I'm sitting in the car, and my dad drive me to school, and I heard that UK just create a lawyer robot, and this is its first time being a lawyer, and in the battle too. And I have a question that, what if, like, I mean, the people who's a victim, and they broke the rules, but in the situation it must broke the rules, so he can't escape. So he so maybe he will be low down the wait low down
Mm-hmm.
wait. Oh, I almost remember. about the the penalty.
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 Okay.
Yeah, and well, you know, the robot knows everything about what people put chips in there, and I have a question that what can a robot understand the victim situation and give their and make a forgiveness to them, and that is what I think about.
Do you want to say that robot can have an empathy that, for example, feel something, feel.
In the mood and
Mhm.
give the victim what they did and what their situation make them.
Okay, so what do you think? Is it possible, for example, to have a robot that can do all of these things that you mentioned here?
Yes,
Is this?
yes, and my dad once said that, well, the robot is just like baby. The robot learn day by day, and well, they learn. They look at you and compare your temperature and see what is your feeling, and then they make a data and have a result that you are sad or you are happy or you are in confusing. So they will know and they will make another situation and get and find the best result to to put in their situation. Like if if you being robbed and the robber tried to kill you but you kill them back, you are the one who you are the one who will be in the prison. But in case the robot will understand you and they will like you're being robbed and you just try to protect yourself so you can flee and you, you yeah and you are innocent, yeah.
Innocent.
Yeah, innocent.
Yes, you're innocent. Okay, so and did you ever do you think that robots, for example, can replace people in certain situations? Can robots do that?
Yes, of course, some situation.
Mhm.
Not some situation like some job that only need to remember all the rules and remember what they have to do. Like lawyer have a lot of rules you need to learn. Or are you being a boss of supermarket and there's no staff in there. You just need to give the money to the machine and they will let you out with your card. So that is the intelligence of AI.
Okay, and is it possible, for example, yes, I understand what you want to say. Is it possible, for example, to someone to, for example, to replace not just people in certain activities? Okay, so they can change a lot of things, how we think, how we feel. What do you think about this? Can a robot do something like this? Can a robot, in your
Yeah,
opinion?
I think it's not because robot have their target and they must finish the target first. And when you're sad, you just like crying and then just like don't be sad and I will help you this. But the robot face the robot voice line is not really understand you, so you still sad. Yeah, but some people when I say you sad, they will completely know you and understand you and know what to say and what to say and in your situation. So it so robot will won't know how to help you out and or help you fun.
Okay, so those situations are pretty much different. Okay, and can robot, for example, do some jobs instead of what job, for example, robot cannot do? Okay, so you mentioned here that someone will be a lawyer. Okay, so what do you think about what are the jobs that robots still cannot do and people can do?
Example like a teacher, a teacher.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because well, if you're a teacher, you know how to teach students, and yeah, and your main target, your main mission is to teach students and help them understand. But to make them understand, you need to understand them and make them happy and enjoy the class. But the robot only knows to teach and say what is the what is what I mean what is the thing that students don't understand, but the student won't enjoy or happy because the robot was boring. You know, learning about history is the most boring thing, and the robot just sit there and saying. It was really boring.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Okay, so teacher. Okay, so what other job do you think that people can do and robots cannot do? Okay, so you mentioned teachers. Okay, so what other jobs are there that robots cannot do instead of people?
Let me see. Mm, wow. I think there's a lot of job and oh it's like good about government.
About government,
The
government,
government.
government jobs. Okay.
So government job needs a lot of potential and like some evil and some forgiveness. And the robot is completely belong to rules, but they don't know rules always have um, the rules always have their weak like uh, the teacher says that you can school but you can bring computer like that they always have the weakness in the rules, so it's easily to defeat a robot in the government. So robot can't be a government.
Cannot be involved in the government. Okay, and why a robot cannot do for example this particular jobs in your opinion? Why?
When the robot join government, it, it's only no rules. It's only no rules, and rules have some weak holes. So people will use that weak holes to defeat the robots. So people easily to win the robots, and the robot can damage and pull their boss down, pull their boss salary and some other honor or respect them.
Okay, now we have here this across. Okay, so I just want to ask you. Okay, so we have here number 3. Okay, now can you please read this sentence for me? Can you please read this text for me?
You need information for your project.
Mm-hmm.
Online, we've got Wi-Fi at the cafe in town, but I can never connect to the network.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so we need to search some project or something online. And what is something that you can search online? Can you please tell me? What can you search online? What is something interesting for you uh, that you can find online?
YouTube videos, some websites, or some shopping website or games.
Okay. Now, number 4.
For okay. got Wi-Fi. Oh, I already said this. They got Wi-Fi at the coffee in town, but I can never connect to the network.
And we have here number 6 is how many YouTube channels do you know? For example, how many YouTube channels do you are you using? Can you please tell me?
I only got one YouTube channel. Well, it's not a channel, it's just an account. And how many YouTube channel do you use to? Well, only one.
Okay, only
And
one.
but if they ask how many YouTube channels did you know? Well, it's a lot, a lot. Well, like PewDiePie or Preston or some famous character.
And what is something that you like to watch, for example, on a YouTube? Can you please tell me? What do you like to watch on a YouTube? Can you please tell me? What is something that you like to watch?
Well, you know PewDiePie, so he like how to say this, like some tutorial videos or some this is called video games review.
Okay. And yes, okay. And why? What video games? Which video games do you usually like? Do you usually like to play? Which video games, for example, are your favorite to play? Can you please tell me?
Well, Roblox, Arena of Valor, well, Arena of Valor too. It's the same thing as League of Legends.
I used to play League of Legends. Okay, so what is? Can you please tell me what is the difference when you compare League of Legends and that game that you mentioned? What is the difference?
Could you ask again?
What is the difference between this League of Legends and game that you mentioned? So what is the difference between?
Well, the Arena of Valor. Well, it's the same. It will like five champion in each team will fight together, like mid lane, support lane, and top lanes. AD is above damage. Well, oh yeah, all damage, and jungle, and they fight together and trying to break the 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 main tower to win the game. But the different thing is Arena Valor is more easily than League of Legends. Like League of Legends, your gold plus 1 per second, and Arena Valor plus 3 per second, and so they have different skills and different champion. Like in League of Legends, we have Yasuo, Nasus, or some other champion. But in Arena Valor, we have Lubu or Vice of Van Hen, example like that. Very rare.
Okay, now let's see, and we have here using for an email. So can you please tell me about you? Do you like to use for what do you like to use an email? Can you please tell me?
I use email to connect to the game or some to connect to the game or some other important thing.
Okay, okay, very nice. Now, and we have here number 12. Can you please read number 12?
All right. Please don't publish on my status unless you have something nice to say. A post on my status.
Okay. Now, and what is something that you like to post? What status do you like to post, for example?
I'm not really to like post my blog or something. I just create an account to watch the videos of tutorial.
Okay. Okay, that is nice. Number 13. Okay, can you please read number 13?
I need to set my email account on new computer.
Okay, so how often do you do something like this? How often do you send, for example, an email account, for example, to your friends? Do you usually do that?
I rarely use email, so around once per week.
Once a week. Okay, very nice. Now, let's see. We have here down. Okay, now can you? Okay, so we have here number 1. Can you please read number 1?
All right. Can you use my contribution to the blog? Please give it 5 stars.
Okay, sure. Now, how often? Can you please tell me how often do you write a blog? Can you please tell me how often do you write a blog?
Blog. If my school have tasked to write a blog, I would write it. But if they don't asking for, I would. I don't even blog any. I mean, write a blog.
Okay.
So
Number.
like, I have never write a blog.
Okay, and can you please tell me? Okay, what blog would you like? Would you like to? Okay, can you please tell me what blog you would like to write about?
It changed and write a blog about games or some animals, rare animals.
Okay, very nice. Okay, and how about your friends? What blog would you like to write about? Your friends would you like to write about? Can you please tell me?
Well, my friends same as me. We usually write blog together about video games.
About video games. Okay, now before we continue, can I go to the toilet?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Okay, so we can continue. Hello. Okay. Can you hello? Can you hear me? Hello.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, can you please read number 2? What do we have here on number 2? Can you please read number 2?
All right. Can you help me download this new app on my phone?
Okay. So, what applications do you like to use on your phone? What are some applications that you like to use?
Like YouTube, Facebook, and Messenger.
Okay. And which of these application is your favorite? Can you please tell me which of these applications you like to use the most?
It's Facebook.
Okay, and why? Can you please tell me why?
Well, Facebook have a lot of blogs about memes, and I usually spend time on that and watch some memes, and I laugh a lot.
Okay, very nice. Now, number 5.
We are learning how to create and download our own video games.
Okay, so I want to ask you here about IT. Okay, so we have here, would you like to do this job? Would you like to be an IT engineer?
I thought it was in the video, movie about it's the scary clown.
Okay, and for example, if you can choose something to do that is perspective, for example, to be an IT engineer, would you like to try to do this job? For example, to be IT engineer, what do you think about this? Doing this particular job?
If I have chance, I will do this job.
Okay, and why?
It's a part of it's still a part of economy, so it's my favorite and best subject about math. So economy will belong to IT. So it's worth, and it's worth to do in there.
Okay, and we have here, okay, number 7. Can you please read number 7?
7. Why don't you download your why don't you download your Facebook profile? It's really old.
Okay, number 9 and 11 in the same time. Can you read both of these?
I can't download this document because we have run out of ink. I'm going to download this photo on Facebook.
Okay, post, for example. You can say post also.
Post this photo on Facebook.
Post this photo on Facebook. Okay, and what do you like to do on Facebook account? When you have a Facebook account, what do you like to do on your Facebook account?
I usually join in many groups about memes or some school group, and look in there what's going on, and what is the warning and announcement about my school.
Okay, very nice. Okay, now Hang, we will stop here. Okay, I want to ask first. I want to tell you happy Tet holidays.
Yeah.
I wish all the best for you and your family. I know that you will celebrate in the upcoming weeks. And take a rest, enjoy, spend time, and okay, that's it.
Thank you, and you too. Of course, you too.
Thank you so much. See you next time. Bye bye.
Goodbye.